Troy from Screams and Thrills. We're here today at Thorpe Park for the public opening of Hyperia. Now, yesterday evening there was the press and media event with some of your more well-known influencers such as Jack Silverstone, Thrills and Thrills, etc. So they managed to get their first ride yesterday. Today is the public opening of Hyperia, so it's expected to be quite a busy day. So we'll get on in the queues and bring you as many updates as we can. So we've joined the queue line now for the ride access pass section and also the Club 236 section. There's two separate queue lines, ride access pass and also the main queue, to get into the actual physical park itself. After that there is separation on the bridge going over towards the dome. If you want to ride Hyperia first time in the day, you need to go down the left-hand lane, and if you want to ride Hyperia later on in the day and you just want to do the normal rides first, you go down the right-hand lane as normal. This is possibly going to be, it's definitely in place for today and tomorrow, so the 24th and the 25th, but it is something that might be in place for a bit longer, depending on how busy they are. So once we can get through the security checkpoint, we'll get you some more pictures from inside. So we're finally through the security checkpoint. As you can see on the screen now, the queue for Hyperia is extending well past the bridge down towards the turnstiles and also inside the turnstiles building itself. At the entrance past the turnstiles, there's two options that you've got. One to queue for Hyperia, which goes right down past the dome, down the side to Lost City. And then you've got the normal entrance to the park, which is the option that we're choosing at the moment, because you can join the Hyperia queue later in the day. So now we're finally in. Luckily there was people going around doing the rat passes. So as you get through the security checkpoint, you come up to the turnstiles, day tickets to the left, annual pass holders to the right as usual. Large groups tend to get sent into the middle, to the gates in the middle, But after you've passed the turnstiles, you've then got two options. One, you can either join the queue line to go straight to Hyperia, or two, you can go into the main park itself first, experience the rides in the main park first, and then go to Hyperia later. So we've chosen the option of just going into the park first and join the Hyperia queue later in the day, as it is an 8 PM closing today and tomorrow. So the queue for Hyperia goes down past the dome, down the side to the outdoor seating area for vibes, and then goes off into what is normally known as Lost City, and then it goes off down past Vortex, and then it continues down to the Soar Alive path. They also have new Hyperia cups as well, which I'll get a quick shot of them now for you. So for the winners of the Club 2, 3, 6, there is separate queuing areas. What a very quiet park at the moment. Of course, everyone will be down towards Hyperia way. So it's the perfect time to get rides and re-rides on your favourite coasters. I would recommend that if you wanted to experience Hyperia, I would try and go a bit later on in the day possibly. Otherwise the majority of your day I think is going to be took up waiting in queues for Hyperia. But we'll see as we get around to that area of the park. We'll check. So first up is a ride on the UK's first wing coaster, the Swarm. One of our favourite rides here. So let's jump on and get our ride. So next up, we're going to go for a ride on Stealth. 0 to 80 in 1.8 seconds. Now, Stealth is currently the second fastest ride in the UK and also at Thorpe Park since Hyperia has now opened, and that is now the fastest at 81 miles per hour. So next up is a ride down Thorpe Park's not so lazy river, Rumba Rapids. So after a very wet ride on Rumba Rapids, we've decided to come on over to where the Hyperia queue line is going and see what it's like, and also see how we actually join this queue line as well. So I'll give you a quick overview of what it looks like from here. So as you can see, the queue line comes from around the back of Zodiac from Vortex's direction, goes right the way along. You've got a photo opportunity in the middle there, they can take photos at, a height checkpoint as well, and then you've got the Golden Balloon Arch, which then leads onto the main extended queue line, which is down the old Soar Alive path, which is the new lakeside picnic area. So we now are officially in the queue line for Hyperia. The current queue line stops just behind me, just outside Vortex. Whereas this morning, it was all the way over the bridge, down into the turnstiles. So it has died down quite a bit, but it's still fairly busy. Currently it's just after 12 o'clock, so my theory of what I mentioned at the beginning of this video was, if you want to ride Hyperia, I would recommend you don't do it first thing on the day, come a bit later on. To speak to a member of the team that's got a golden high vis on, ask them if you can join the queue line, and they'll quite happily open the queue line up for you and let you in. Once you get to the Taqueteria part where the golden balloon arch is, it does split off to the ride access and main queue line areas. So we'll speak to you when we get down to that part. So we are now officially at the Golden Balloon Arch that is next to the Taqueteria, and we are about ready to split off between the ride access and fast track and main queue line single riders, which marks the entrance to the official extended queue line. You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. Main queue down there. Ride access pass to start basically, please. Thank you. Ride access pass.
So yeah, we are now officially in the extended queue line. The other queue line that we were in was like a batching queue line, but we're now going down the ride access queue line path, down the Live pathway, which is now the lakeside picnic area. We've got another balloon arch. Considering it's quite busy still, it didn't take that long for us actually to get from the point that we right. It didn't actually take us that long to get from where we were to the Taqueteria entrance part. We joined that queue line at about 12:01. It's now 12:13 and we're at the ride access queue line area. I've got to admit, the ride access queue for Hyperia is fairly quiet. There's a lot more in the main queue line than there is in the ride access. So yeah, we're down now near Saw, heading around under Saw now towards beautiful Hyperia. So we're coming to yet another stop point, straight on down to the ride access queue line. This is our first glimpse of Fearless Valley, as it is now being called. No longer Old Town, now Fearless Valley. Looks absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful it does. As the years go on, these shrubberies and plants and trees will be grown even wider, and you'll get nice dense coverage of plantage. And of course, you can just about hear the music in the background there. We've now reached the end of the ride access queue line, and we're at the batching area now for the ride access at the entrance to Fearless Valley. So we will continue our journey down And there she is. Beautiful Hyperia. Dispatched from the station, going up the lift hill. There is the entrance portal. Large wings. Just beyond them wings is the official queue line. But a quick little look around from where we are at the moment, that's what you've got around here. You've got Cloud9 treats, chocolate waffles and sundaes. Off to the side you've got the Hyperia, which is the shop, and you've got a refresh and refill station at the very end there as well. You've got the stage there as well, where they've done the opening ceremony, which unfortunately we did miss. And also they do shows on there as well at set times throughout the day for you. At the very end as well, we've got some community seats if you wish to try that. Let's see if it's portal. They have you back down. I'll put on your screen as well now a few little facts about Hyperia. It's quite the record breaker, as you can see on your screen now. The different...
Can you move over to the right hand side for me please, so people with right access can get through if they need to?
Like with sheep, they have those things.
This is the closest we've ever been to Hyperia. All the other times that we've videoed this roller coaster getting built, in testing stages, anything like that has been from behind construction walls, behind metal fencing down Monks Walk. Now we are officially here. So we are now in the official wrap queue line for Hyperia. Heading on down. Lovely queue line this. On the fencing, speakers around. Points now for all the queue lines. You merge into two separate lines, put upstairs, and if you need step-free access you can go down the side to the left of the staircase, and there is a accessible lift around the back of that. So queue lines, you've got the ride access pass queue line, fast track queue line, single riders queue line, and main queue line, all next to each other, and they get batched into two separate queues going up the stairs. And there's one of the Hyperia trains coming back into the station. Seems to be very quick dispatching. As soon as one coming in, one's going back out. So another one going back up the lift hill behind us at the moment. see one train there going out up the lift hill. You've also got TV screens with boarding instructions on as well. Tell you how to board and what to do. As well as announcements as well, Tuesday, July. Pretty standard. Pretty standard instructions for boarding and dispatch. have officially found our feelers. We have been on Hyperia. We're now in the exit queue, heading to the shop. We are going to collect our certificates to say we have found our feelers. This is just a quick overview of the Hyperium shop. Just a quick look at some of the merch that's available. Plenty of t-shirts, plenty of hoodies, jumpers, socks, pin badges, lanyards. Quite a wide variety of merch, if I'm totally honest. Really good quality as well, really good quality. Everything from water bottles, notepads, pens, teddies. Even everything that you could really think of really for a brand new ride. They've even brought shot glasses out. So yeah, it's quite a wide variety. Not badly priced either. Probably the most expensive item I've seen was one of the items of clothing. I think it was about 70 quid. But yeah, most items are around about your standard price. The teddy bears, they're £18. Pin badges are your standard £6, £8, depending on the background. The limited edition opening day hoodie, which unfortunately was out of stock. There's only 100 of those made. So basically it's a first come first serve case with them. And you've got the denim jacket there. That's the most expensive item at £70. £70 it is really quite good quality. You've got the Hyperia logo on the front, you've got a nice big empty space on the back, which you can buy separate wing patches, which you can obviously get sewn onto there. As you get closer towards the till, there's more merch as well. A hoodie and a t-shirt. Like I say, the clothing is quite good quality. A lot of it's embroidered. The two t-shirts that we got, they weren't fully embroidered. There was one that was slightly embroidered with the logo. A new thing that Thorpe Park seem to be doing this year as well is these metal wall arts, which we did get the Hyperia one. We currently have a stealth one available and also a swarm one available, which we might get that later. So here, let's have a quick look around the plaza area, and then off down towards Burger King, you've got the Fearless Valley. So we've been for a ride on Hyperia. We've just popped back to the car to drop off our merch. I've put on screen a quick view around the Hyperia shop. Very busy in there, so it was just a very quick look around. I'll put some better pictures of our merch that we bought later. So yeah, we're just going to head on back in, go for some food, and see what else we can get up to. And I'll also give you our thoughts on Hyperia as well. So we've been on Hyperia. What a brilliant ride that is. It is well worth the 10-year gap between the, well, 12 years I suppose in a sense, after you count the construction of it, but 10 years between the end of the construction of the Swarm and the planning stage of Hyperia, and then the 2-year construction that it took roughly for Hyperia. It is well worth the wait for a brand new coaster here at Thorpe Park. The ride experience itself is so smooth. Yes, it's a brand new roller coaster, so it's bound to be smooth anyway, but it's one thing that Mack Rides is known for, is their smoothness. Now, the seats are very similar to Icon at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. I've not actually experienced Icon myself, but speaking to other people that have, the seats are very similar to Icon at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. The elements on that ride is absolutely unbelievable. The outer bank turn, it took me by surprise, I'll be honest, but my god, it's brilliant. The amount of weightlessness that you get on there, the air time is unbelievable. The moment that you're, the only way I can put it is the moment that your bum lifts up off that seat to being anywhere remotely close to being back on that seat is unbelievable. The forces that you get as well, again, it's really something else. I would really highly recommend you come down to Thorpe Park and give that ride a try. It's not as daunting as you'd think. It seems a lot more daunting than what it actually is, in my opinion. But again, that's just my opinion. This is just what I think of the ride. The colour scheme is brilliant. The only thing I would say about the colour scheme is I would have preferred to have seen it merge more, rather than just stop from gold to white. I'd rather have seen it be a bit more of a gradient. But yeah, it's really, really good. So we're gonna grab some food, like I say, and see what else we can get up to. So that was a quick snippet of what I think of Hyperia. What I will do is later on I will do a proper sit down and talk about it. So we're going to go for a ride on Thorpe. So it has been closed quite a bit with the preparations of Hyperia. So we're going to go and have a ride on Thorpe, see how rough it is today. So that was very interesting indeed. We went to go on Thorpe the ride and ended up being dispatched from the station. Literally turned down the first bend, broke down. Quite literally moved, not even past the first drop. Literally stopped just up to the first drop and we broke down. So yeah, that's our second evac on a ride. Obviously our first one was on the Smiler at Alton Towers last season. So yeah. Very interesting. At least we got a semi behind the scenes look at Thorpe, free of charge. We did get a free fast track to use on any ride other than Hyperia, Ghost Train and Depth Charge. So the staff on there were really nice, really friendly. Kept everyone nice and calm, talked to us all the time that they could. We were unfortunately the last car to be evac'd because there was various cars stopped at various points, and so yeah, but very straightforward evac, wasn't no problems whatsoever. And like I say, we've got a nice little behind the scenes look at Thorpe's station building. So yeah, very interesting. Unfortunately, it does mean that we've eaten into quite a bit of our time that we've got left. So we were hoping to try and do Hyperia again, but it's currently sat on a 220-minute wait, so around about 4 hours wait. Unfortunately, RAP users can only use their RAP pass once on it, and we've already used our RAP access once, so we would have to use the normal queue line, which it's a bit bit dicey when the wrap users are red wrap users. So yeah, decided against trying to join the Hyperia queue line. We're gonna pop back tomorrow morning before we set off back home. So our plan for tomorrow, which is Saturday the 25th, is to pop down to the park, possibly straight into the Hyperia queue line, get that done first possibly, and then see what the queue's like for the rest of the day. See if we can get a couple of other rides in. If not a big deal, but we are certainly going to try and do Hyperia at least once more before we leave, because so far our next visit down to Thorpe isn't planned until the school 6 weeks holidays in July. So yeah, bit of a wait to come back down to Thorpe. We are at Alton on the 30th of this month, 30th of May, to experience their water park and just to have a little, mainly the water park, but we're going to go onto some of the rides as well. We'll have our little one with us, who's finally reached 1.2, and we've been taken on to the likes of Wickerman and 13 and Spinball. So yeah, we'll see what rides we can get on at Alton. So for now anyway, we're just going to have a little wander around, have a little bit of a relax after our evac at Thorpe. Not much longer left of the time at the park. It is 7:47, so we're probably going to call that it, to be honest. Maybe pop into the shop. If we've got any other photos that we need to add out to our photo pass, we can go and sort them out. But yeah, it's not been too bad of a day. The weather's been quite nice. We've had our experience on Hyperia, which, like I say, once we get settled for the night, I might do a separate little vlog about Hyperia and give you...
Hey guys! Hello! Hello! I just work here, you know, I just thought I'd interrupt him and do hello! Hello!
Our new friend from Rumba.
Yes, do you like my glasses?
Very nice.
Not my real glasses, these fake ones. Anyway, I'll leave you alone now. Look, you should go and get your face done. Yeah, isn't he lovely? I like him.
So yeah. So yeah, staff here are absolutely lovely. That was one of the Rumba members of staff who we've seen over the last couple of days, but he doesn't just work on Rumba, he's in a few different places I think, but mainly Rumba. So yeah, unfortunately Rumba broke down after we'd come off it the last time. So yeah, seems as the day has gone on, they've been having a bit more of a poor operations, shall we say. So yeah, so that wraps up our day from Hyperia's opening day. So Hyperia is now officially open. It is now officially the UK's tallest and fastest and most weightless roller coaster. My personal thoughts and opinions on Hyperia: absolutely brilliant. Well worth the wait between the last new roller coaster that Thorpe Park had and this one. Well worth the, I'm going to say, fight that Thorpe Park put up to get this new roller coaster, because they did have quite a few bumps in the road in their planning stages to get this roller coaster sorted. So yeah, well worth every single bit. The Outer Bank turn on there is something completely unbelievable. It really does take you by surprise. The first drop, not as daunting as I thought it would be. So yeah, it's a very similar twist and drop to Stealth, but instead of, it's a bit more sharper. The loop, you get quite a bit of airtime on that loop. You literally hit that loop, your bum lifts off that seat and it does not touch that seat again until you are past the splashdown part. And the splashdown effect, the only thing I would say with the splashdown effect, if I had to make one criticism, is it's not long enough. It seems to do it in bursts, but it seems to only come on when the first few rows of the train has gone past. After the first few rows of the train has gone past, then it does the water spurts in bursts and in groups. Personally, I think that might have been better if it erupted as the train approaches it. But then I suppose in a way it wouldn't be called splashdown effect, because the whole idea of a splashdown is the train goes across the water and sprays the water up. But working on that as well, you could have had it start to erupt as soon as the train hits it, in bursts. As soon as you hit it, first lot, second lot, third lot, fourth lot, fifth lot, so on, until the last row of the train goes by and then it's finished. But the way that roller coaster moves is so smooth. I know it's a brand new roller coaster. Brand new roller coasters tend to be smooth anyway, but Mack rides have a, I want to say, history of producing really smooth rides. It's got similar style seating to Icon. Never actually experienced Icon myself, but from what I've spoken to people about, it's got very similar seating. The baggage system as well seems to be a very unique baggage system to Mack, which I think works quite well. Basically, it's like a locker with a shutter that moves up and down. Didn't quite catch how. I don't know if it's a flap or if it moves up and moves down or what, I'm not too sure. But basically you've got two lots of shelves, one for each train. The train that's in the station, load passengers up, put the stuff in the, say, top shelf. Then as that train dispatches, the door closes up over that and reveals the second shelf. And the second train, obviously they put their stuff in the second shelf. As that dispatches, the door moves to cover the contents of the second shelf and reveal the first shelf again. So then you can get your items, which I think is a really good baggage system, because it saves people mistaking items, which I have heard a few things about people taking the wrong bag, taking the wrong phones, etc, etc. So I suppose it's best if the trains are separated. Galactica at Alton Towers tried to do something along a similar line with cages, but to be fair, it doesn't really work very well at Alton Towers in that aspect. So yeah, my overall opinion of Hyperia is it's brilliant, really, really brilliant. If you haven't already been down to Thorpe Park to experience it on opening day or on the 25th, certainly try and get on down and experience it for yourself, because you won't regret it. So yeah, so that's everything from us for now. So I've been Gary from Screams and Thrills. So if you've enjoyed this video, please like, comment any messages you might have below, any comments that you have on any of the content in the comments below, and share with your friends, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. So here's an overview of the merch that we got from the Hyperia. Plenty of pin badges and some teddies, pins in the bag. Some non-Hyperia merch that we got as well. We did get some blind pins as well, but I didn't take any video of them. The clothing from Hyperia, I would say, is a bit on the larger side. So whatever you would normally get, I would get a size, maybe 2 sizes smaller. As they seem to be a bit of an oversized sizing. This particular one is pretty nice with the embroidered logo and the ride layout printed on the bottom. And we have our officially fearless certificates. These are handed out to everybody who rode Hyperia on the opening day. And we couldn't resist getting the Hyperia metal wall art either. Hi guys, Gary here from Screams and Thrills. This part of the vlog is being recorded on the 25th of May, and unfortunately Thorpe Park have announced today that Hyperia will not be opening. I'll put on your screen now a screenshot of what they have released on their social media pages. It's also on their website as well. They are offering anyone who's got a pre-book ticket for today a free return visit, which isn't really very helpful for Merlin Annual Pass holders, but for those who have paid and bought a ticket to come today specifically for Hyperia, obviously they get a free return visit. Those that were in the queue line already this morning, I believe, were offered fast track for any coaster in the park for today or for Hyperia at a later date. So yeah, unfortunately, at the time of this recording, Hyperia is currently closed. It's unknown why it's closed. There's a few rumours going around saying that it's a structural problem, it's a mechanical problem.